Alright, what's up, guys? You just see my messy bed right there at the start. What did you guys think? I'm anxious to know. Anxious to know. Let me know if I'm lagging at all, if you can hear me. I'm using my iPad now. Omega Flare Productions, how's it going, man? I loved it, dude. I'm happy. I'm happy you loved it. I'm gonna turn so you can see the cool stuff behind me. Dude, it's hit 35,000 views in 30 minutes. Has it? I am honestly not looking. I am scared to look. Let's get 1 million views in 2 hours. Was the medical chamber his face? Ooh, look in the credits. Take another look in the credits to see who played who, and you will get that question answered. All right, please answer. How did you get that shot from the hole looking up on Vader and Naboo? All right, first off, guys, this is spoilers. There's a lot of spoilers, so if you have not watched the film, head on over to Star Wars Theory's YouTube channel. Type in, it's the first video probably, Vader Episode 1, Shards of the Past, a Star Wars Theory fan film. Okay? Share the video with everybody you possibly know on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, carrier pigeon, whatever you need to do, and share it like crazy. All right, so somebody just asked, how did you get that shot from the hole looking up in Vader and Naboo? That is a visual effects shot. It is comprised of at least 3 basic layers, of which one of the layers has many aspects. But there's a background layer, Vader, who we shot in front of a green screen, and then, am I lagging, guys? Feels like I am. And then we had a computer-generated hole with all the lights flashing and the smoke and all of that stuff. So, yeah, that's how it went down. Excuse me. All right. Please let me know if you liked it. Hit like on the video if you liked it, like the fan film video. Please show it some love and share it like crazy. Okay, let's see here. The lightning was amazing. Dude, we spent about a month and a half prior to doing any lightning shots just trying to get the right look for our Force lightning. Seriously. We spent a lot of time just trying to get the Force lightning to look good, and ultimately, and a lot of people contributed ideas and everything like that, but ultimately it was a couple of artists named Isaiah Ochoa and Michael McCumber, 2 pretty young guys. I met Isaiah last night at the premiere for the first time, that really were able to perfect it. And we studied the Force lightning intimately, frame by frame from the movies. And it's incredible how randomized it is. In some frames, if you go frame by frame, there is no Force lightning. It just disappears for a frame. But anyways, our guys really worked hard to get it looking stellar, and they developed this great system, and a couple of artists came in and also did some shots, but it was really Michael and Isaiah, and then ideas and everything from everybody else, and Mario Delgado, who really, they just hit it out of the park with how it looked. All right. Let's see here. Mariah says, it was great, Danny. Alia says she loved it. Thanks, Alia. They're my siblings-in-law. Okay. Question. Why is Sidious disappointed about Vader's inability to strike him? Sorry if I missed it. All right, good question. Anyone answer that? What do you guys think? Why was Sidious disappointed about Vader's inability to strike him down? Why was Sidious disappointed by Vader's inability to strike him down? What do you guys think? I want to know. All right. Yeah, Star Wars Theory plays Vader unmasked in the film. All right. The CGI, the music, and Padme exceeded my expectations by far, but just from criticism. I thought there was too much exposition dialogue. Sidious and Vader's acting weren't the best. Sorry you feel that way, buddy. I apologize. We tried. All right. Felt that actually is no expositional dialogue, but sorry you feel that way. Okay. All right. Yeah, what do you guys think? Why do you think Sidious was disappointed that Vader won't try to strike him down? Vader straight up sucks! Let's be real about this. The guy doesn't want to know if he wants to join the dark side. He doesn't know if he wants to stay in the dark side because what did the dark side get him? Got him a dead wife. He lost everything. Really listen to why Vader is, dreams about killing Sidious. So, he's got a lot to learn. Vader's unwilling to completely give into his rage. He's unwilling to fully submit to the dark side. That's why. And so we'll see how that affects Vader and how it affects his character. All right. Disappointed. I'm sorry, buddy. Again, we tried. Sorry, you're disappointed. Oh, you said you skipped dinner for this. Was not disappointed. Okay. Whew. All right. Now our audio says gonna drop off now, but congrats, Danny. Thank you, Juan. Congrats to you. All right. All right. I still thought it was great, but I thought there should have been a little less telling, a little more showing, rather than Sidious one-sidedly talking to Vader. All right, man. Fair enough. I feel like it's more in the fact that Vader has no one, and he feels if he kills his master, he'll lose even more. Remember, Sidious was like a father figure to him, or was his father. Yeah, right. The comics really pulled that out. But honestly, if Vader were to kill Sidious at this point, it's like, what would Vader do? Like, really, what would Vader do? What does he have? Really, nothing. Like, he wants to kill Sidious, but it wouldn't solve anything. Vader is pretty conflicted at this point. That's the story we wanted to tell. I personally was very intrigued about why does Vader stay with the dark side? I mean, like, let's be real. He turned to the dark side to save Padme and to achieve this unlimited power that he was promised. He did not get either one of these things. He lost Padme, and he was absolutely weaker as a result of turning to the dark side. So, why does he stay to the dark side? Why? That's what this... Remember, this is a series. This is just the beginning. That's what this series is going to try to answer. All right. Let's see here. Skipping back up. It's worth the wait. No Sith Lord is a stunned being. They are pure anger and hate. Of course he was disappointed. He was still traumatized by the events, especially Padme. What's your next project, Danny? I don't know. I'm trying to do a feature. We'll see. Why are my comments being skipped? I haven't seen any, Mark. Sorry, I'm just kind of skipping. I'm skipping over a lot of comments. It honestly really felt like an extension of episode 3. I appreciate that. All right, Danny. So many people like the movie. You did good. It's a bit of not picking. It's a bit of nitpicking, such as eyelashes in the back tank. Guys, watch episode 3 again. Anakin has eyelashes when the mask goes on him. I'm just gonna leave that there. Anakin's got eyelashes when the mask goes on him. He does not have eyebrows, which our Anakin does not have, but he has eyelashes. Okay? One of the reasons being for that is you cannot remove eyelashes with makeup. It's a physical impossibility. The only way to do it is either to completely paint them out, which can look not real very, very quickly, or like pluck them out one by one, and we're not gonna do that. So, all right. Just nitpick. But why was light coming through the door if it was nighttime on Naboo? Because the lights of his shuttle were shining through the door. Look at the big white shot. All right. Jake the Deerheart. Hey, no worries, man. No worries. I'm glad you liked the movie. Okay. My only complaint with some of the camera work was kind of odd, but other than that, pretty good. All right. Dude, Star Wars Theory looks so cool. The best scene in the movie, second to the opening scene. Yeah, it was I like the simplicity of that scene. It contrasts well with what Vader's feeling. It contrasts well with the opening scene and explains how he's really feeling. Those Padme scenes made me cry. I'm glad you shed some tears. All right. Was that entire medical center CG? And was the medical droid who walked by him somebody in costume? Yes, you're correct on all of it. It was entirely CG. The medical droid was in costume. All right. Sorry for the broken English. I spent playing for 6 hours straight trying to beat a level. Okay. little Anakin hairs look way different. Yeah, you get what you get. Sorry, dude. So honestly, I didn't really care for the bowl cut anyways in episode one, and I decided I wanted to change it up a bit. And the actor didn't really want that haircut because he acts regularly, and who's gonna hire a little kid with a so. Um, Honestly, I thought the camera work was great. I love that almost aerial like shot that was above Vader and Sidious. Yeah, I like that shot too. It's one of my favorites. I got chills from the beginning. You guys need a sponsor, huh? Yeah, my Golden Board. We definitely need a sponsor if we want to. Goldenberg. We definitely need a sponsor if we want to do episode 2, probably. You know, but we had so much fun doing this video, and look, we made it for you guys. I mean, I said it multiple times. Hit like, guys. There's 40 of you watching. Cool, man. Okay. I was chuckling the entire time I watched it through the first frame. Not because it was funny, but because it was cool. I'm glad. If anybody's saying, wow, that's so like ridiculously cheesy, then I legitimately failed as a filmmaker, and I'm gonna go, you know, do something else with my life. Okay. I watched it 3 times, and 2 times by myself, and once with my dad. Cool, dude. Keep watching it. All right. This was cinematically stunning. Congrats to you and Star Wars Theaters. We just want recognition for the franchise. You know, we just want to remind people why we all fell in love with Star Wars to begin with. You know, why it's such a great thing. I love the fact that you guys are expanding upon the idea of Vader being a brutal and dangerous force in battle, like Rogue One and some of the Vader comics. Yeah, we definitely wanted to show. So it was an interesting paradox. Like, we wanted to show full power Vader, you know, of what he is truly capable of when he fully submits to the dark side. It's something that, you know, apart from Rogue One, we truly just never really saw in the movies, because with Obi-Wan and the episode 4 Obi-Wan Vader fights, there's a whole lot of subtext and undercurrents of, you know, the past and everything going on through that fight, and it was more a battle of a mental battle rather than a battle of force or power. Of course, in episode 5, Vader is not trying to kill Luke. If he tried to, he'd die in 2 seconds. And in episode 6, he's also really not trying to kill Luke. He can't, you know, to kill his own son. So we really wanted to expand upon this idea of what would Vader do if he were truly needed to fully exert his power. So, all right. Let's see here. The only issue I had was Anakin, because he didn't look it, but that's not your fault. Well, if we cast Jake Lloyd, we would have gotten him, but Jake Lloyd's like 30 years old now, so. All right. Let's see here. I hope you get a sponsor for episode 2. I hope so too. I want to make a fan film myself, says Lunario987 with a friend. Will more behind the scenes come out? Yeah, there's gonna be a lot more behind the scenes now that the movie's actually out. It's really difficult to do behind the scenes when you're making the film. A, because you don't have time to do it. B, because you kind of give away spoilers. And nobody wants that. Well, maybe you do. But all right, I hope Lucasfilm sees you guys. Put a lot of love into the first episode. We did put a lot of love, man. I hope you guys feel it. Had the vibe of Revenge of the Sith. It was so cool. I can't get asleep. I'm gonna stay up all night and watch it another 10 times. Sweet, man. All right, probably the most high quality Star Wars fan film I've seen. Well, we tried. I hope a lot of people feel that way. You know, and the hard part about this is I know some people aren't going to feel that way. I know some people are really going to dislike this film for, you know, whatever reason, and that's, you know, it's expected. But I really hope that a lot more people like it than dislike it. It was neat when Vader stopped all the blaster fire like Kylo Ren, but did it a whole other level and make Ren look weak. Yeah, you like that, right? Subtle, like, Kylo Ren sucks compared to me. In fact, in one rendition of the music, we actually put in the Kylo Ren dun 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 theme as the camera's going through the blaster bolts, but it was too it was way too like on the nose, and it took it out of the moment. It was a fun experiment, but it just didn't work. All right, Makita Gut asks. Let's see here. At the end of the mausoleum, the lightsaber looked purple. Is that Mace Windu? Ooh, maybe. Maybe. Palpatine talks about a Jedi with an amethyst blade, and we all know that Mace Windu is going to be in this series. So, yeah, it was Mace. How did you pull that aerial shot off? Was it a crane or someone standing on the ladder or something? Which aerial shot are you talking about? Okay, dude, I had a great time watching it. You and Star Wars Theory and Crew did a great job. It was like watching a really good season finale of a TV show, and that made me go, wait, that's it? Yeah, we tried to leave it on a cliffhanger. You know, we tried to pack as much as we could into this and keep a high level of quality. We could have made a 2-hour movie, but it would have sucked. It would have straight up sucked. It would have been like with a camcorder in the woods. Look, let me back up. There's not anything wrong with that, but the quality just wouldn't have been there. And I think the storytelling ability also would not have been there too. All right, let's see here. Not to insult your film or anything, but I hate Fox. He killed my boy Fives in the Clone Wars. Still salty about it. Hey man, I feel you. I feel you. Fox certainly had some moments. All right. I liked how even shocked how the whole was how the whole beginning was fake. Not sure I understand. If you're saying that, I have no idea what you're saying. Okay. I'm still digesting that Sith-eyed Padme. Man, nightmare. Did that surprise you guys when Padme opened her eyes and her eyes were all yellow? I hope it did. That was the idea. That was meant to not be expected. That shot that was hovering over both Vader and Sidious. Oh, that shot where Sidious draws Vader's lightsaber on. Was either on a jib or a ladder. I can't remember. I can't remember how we got that shot. Can YouTube Super Chats go to part 2? Asked Becco Kelly. Anything that you guys donate, or if you guys join YouTube's channel, or join Star Wars Theory's YouTube channel, which is the new feature, it's like kind of like a monthly subscription, which gives you exclusive access to the things. If you do that, or donate to his Patreon, or through Super Chats, anything that you are you are giving to the to Star Wars Theory's YouTube channel, yes, helps go towards episode 2. Because it's essentially you're donating to his channel, and his channel makes the video, so makes the next episode. The opening scene and ending scene was so awesome. I replayed those scenes quite a bit, a few times. Cool, Terrastone. Let's see here. The Padme to Sidious transition was great. I'm glad you guys like that. We really tried hard. We really tried to show that Sidious is in control at all times. At all times. He is always 13 steps ahead of people. And he wants Vader to achieve his potential. Think about this. He has invested years grooming Anakin Skywalker to become his apprentice. Years. This isn't just like, oh, that Count Dooku guy. He's pretty powerful. I could use him for a few years to start this Clone Wars stuff, and then I'll get a new apprentice. Anakin wasn't like that. He was like, this is a worthy successor to me. And so, Sidious is doing all of these things with Vader to help him achieve his potential. He's investing a lot in him. He doesn't want to give up on him. Okay. Let's see here. Hey, Danny, I think they like it. I certainly hope, Derek. Derek did our clones. Did Kat wear contacts or visual effects? She wore contacts, and we augmented their glow a little bit with visual effects. So, both her and Sidious both wore yellow contacts. And so did Vader. Sidious's contacts are mostly yellow with a little bit of red around the edges. Padme wore the exact same type. Anakin's had more red in them. Okay. Amen, Kerngrass. That was something else. Thanks, Chris. I'm still so hyped from watching the fan film. Go watch it again. Go watch it again. Where are we at? Where are we at, guys, in the views? Someone tell me. I thought the camera work was amazing and the CGI was exceptional, especially for a fan film. Also, get Jacob Kaplan's on board for the next one. The score was amazing. Yeah, he did a great job. All right. 57,000 views. 15 likes so far. We can do better, guys. We can do better. Share the video with everybody you know. Just post it like crazy until everybody knows about it. All right. I like when the clones shout, "Make way for the boys in blue." Oh, I'm glad. That was a late addition, too. That wasn't in the original script. My concern was, so the reason that line went in there is when we were writing the script, especially when Nikolai and I were working on it, we were always super vigilant that we needed to make a film that was going to make sense, not just to the super fan. We were very worried about that. This is why we don't talk about, we don't explain, okay, this force power is being used here. We don't need to talk about any of that. But when Vader gets to the when we're doing the last scene with all the clones and the hole and everything like that, the original plan was always to have 501st Troopers there. Except 501st Troopers don't really, there's not many of them that do cosplay. It's basically like Captain, it's basically Rex. And we can't have Rex. Rex is totally not in the picture anymore. He's gone. So we had a lot of shock troopers. We had a Wolfpack guy. And so for the next episode, Star Wars series, like, I want 501st Troopers. And so we have a plan to get those, which I won't talk about. But, so we wanted to introduce them. So when he says, I will use the 501st, I needed him to, like, kind of say something, that dismissed the trooper. And then I wanted to give it another little extra something to make way for the boys in blue to imply that another team is coming in. So I'm hoping that if a person doesn't know who the 501st is, they'll at least get the impression that another team is coming in to replace them. So I won't really know if it works until, people tell me that didn't make sense at all to me. But okay. All right. Let me see here. All right, just came from Star Wars Theory stream. Since you are the director, do you know when episode 2 might come out? Episode 2 is totally dependent on you guys. Like, if this video really takes off, if people really watch all the Star Wars Theories videos, the ones that do have ads on them, if people sign up to be patrons on his Patreon page, or join his channel through the join button, that all of these things contribute to whether or not there's going to be episode 2. It's expensive. I mean, at least to try to make it at a high quality. It's expensive to make a film. Thank you so much for the Vader fan film. It was amazing. Hey, thanks, JJ Abrams. All right. He told us to come to you. Hey, sweet. All right. Really revived my interest in Star Wars. When is your cameo in episode 2? And was it in this episode? I did have a cameo in this episode. Yeah, man. I was one of the pair of feet that run in during the opening scene with the big black boots. So I played an officer running in. Now the reason that's in there is because we had those officers that were getting shot, but I never had a shot of them entering. It's just something I never got. And so I needed a shot of people entering. And so that's why we picked that shot up well after filming. And me and Dupree, the guy who plays Vader, we both did it. So those are Darth Vader's boots. His costume boots running in as a trooper as well. Then we had another guy just put on some shins for the clones, in the background. And that's how we did that shot. But that was my cameo. I was in an unnamed Imperial officer running in and get shot. All right. All right, let's see here. So, why does Vader have eyelashes? That's a good question. Take a look, again, I said this a little earlier, take a look at episode 3 when the mask descends on Vader. He has eyelashes. I'll leave it there. He does not have eyebrows, which our Vader does not, but he does have eyelashes. Check it out. Okay. Let's see here. Favorite line from the film? That's a good question. I like, Lost Troopers do not concern me, Commander. I want that Jedi. I like that. I like that line. Just like, I don't really care. I don't give a crap what you're saying, Commander Fox. I want the Jedi. All right. Commando Apple leads the 501st now, so I can't wait for him to make an appearance if you guys add him. I also love the line, and the 501st is my favorite Legion. Great work to both of you. Thanks, Joshua. Yeah, the 501st is going to make a killer debut, not feature film, but live action film debut in the next episode. So, show his channel some love. Okay. We take trips. I can make episode 2 come out sooner. I can donate $500,000. Well, if we take the trips, if that is true, please contact Star Wars Theory and we'll make it happen. Because we can absolutely, if you donate that right now, you'll get episode 2 by next Christmas for sure. All right. Let's see here. I got that feeling reinforcements are coming. That was set up pretty well. Thanks, dude. Yeah, In action, you always got to try to escalate it, for sure. Okay. Let's see here. Where was Star Wars Theory's face reveal? Please answer, Danny. Is it the one beside Vader? No, Star Wars Theory plays Vader in the chamber. So if you look in the credits, Vader unmasked, Star Wars Theory. Watch the credits, guys, too. You know, people put a lot of work into this. It goes a long way to watch the credits as well. Will this project lay the groundwork for your directing career? Asked Daniel Miller. I hope so. Share the video a lot, and we'll see. Okay. Is there any chance of Obi-Wan appearing in the future of the films? Take a look at the casting doc. I believe we sent out auditions for an Obi-Wan Kenobi. That, I think, answers your question. Guys, you guys have no idea. The next episodes are... Take what's in this episode and just times it by 50. Both in emotion and action. But especially emotion. So, we wanted something emotional. Okay, for the love of everything, make episode 2. I certainly hope so. You guys want to know what's down in the hole? It's episode 2. All right. This is probably not a question, but maybe Ahsoka Tano in the future installments. No, Ahsoka's not in the other episodes. It just wouldn't make sense narratively to have her. For me, the scene where Ahsoka and Vader fight in Rebels, in the season finale of season 2, is truly one of the best moments of all Star Wars, and there's just no way to top that, and it wouldn't make sense for her to come back in our series at least. I just shared the episode on all my social media. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Jesse Gomez was the highlight of the episode. Yeah, what did you guys think of Jesse and his Darth Vader voice? It's pretty good, right? All right, will Vader fight alone versus Windu, or will some other Jedi or Sidious join him? Man, you're gonna have to wait and see. But if you look at the concept arts, there are other Jedi with Mace. So, all right, or at least that will. Yeah. I will not be denied. Yeah. So the original line of this in the very, very first draft of the script was, "Your failure is now complete." And then when Nikolai came on board to write with me, he's like, "Danny, you can't have that as your first line." I'm like, "Why not? It's sweet." He's like, "Because people are immediately gonna think of Empire, not of Empire Strikes Back. His failure is not complete. Empire Strikes Back, or Return of the Jedi. Whenever Vader says it, he says it to Luke. And you don't want that. You want people to be in the moment in your film. So we actually took out a lot of direct line references in our film because we wanted you guys to be in the moments of our film. We didn't want you thinking about other movies. Oh, they stole that line from this and that. So we really tried to just come up with original dialogue. The only thing I think that really comes close is, with Vader at least, is Lost Troopers do not concern me, just because it's his matter of speech. Okay, his voice was awesome. On another note, Vader's motions were really authentic. I got goosebumps. Yeah, Dupree just physically kills Darth Vader. I mean, he's so good. All right, I really didn't like Bradley's Palpatine's voice. It's too much of a Spanish accent. You should have kept Steve's voice. No. Okay. So, Steve did a fantastic job. Steve truly set the groundwork for Bradley's voice. So, all right. Were there other moments that were changed? Yeah, I mean, the whole Padme thing was not in the first draft of the script. The idea of the first draft was always that Vader was upset with Sidious for not teaching him how to say Padme, and that he wanted to kill him as a result. And so the whole lightsaber bit duel was not in the first draft of the script. It was mostly just Vader choking Sidious and throwing him down and breaking his legs and his arm, and trying to kill him, and then Sidious shocks him and says, "You're worthless," basically. And that was the opening scene. And so we took that, but we really wanted to visually portray Vader's need for Padme, which is why we added the Padme scene and the Japor snippets and everything like that. Because that was really, really important to us, especially setting up, the rest of the entire series, which you guys are going to see, hopefully, if we can do episode 2. If you guys join Charles Theory's channel or go into his Patreon or really share the video like crazy. Remember, 1 million views in 24 hours, guys. Let's get on trending. If we needed to set up Padme better, so that's why we have the scene we have. All right, I like Palpatine's voice; it was perfect. I really liked it as well. Is May still following Jedi codes, or does he put the Jedi code aside to do whatever it takes to destroy Sidious and Vader? Titanium Ranger. That is a question that will absolutely be answered in the next episodes. So if you want to know that, we gotta make the second episode. So, all right. Let's see here. Thanks, Leo Delaney. Congrats on amazing production. Thanks, Rob. Okay. It's treason then. Hey, Bradley's here. Yeah, we worked really hard, Bradley and I. Owen 3650 says, have a mention of Ahsoka in episode 2 at least. Talk about her. We'll see, man. It's all about staying in the moment. You know, one of the things that I think fan films don't often, a big mistake they make is they try to connect to the other films too much, and don't just try to be their own film. Like if you look at the other Star Wars films, all of them, yeah, they make subtle references here and there, but for the most part, they're their own film. I think probably Rogue One is the one that has the most references to other films, and they're fun. But it's a feature film too, so you got the little references are peppered throughout an immense ocean of originality. In a fan film, you get like one or two basically, and that's about it. Because you go beyond there, your movie is now an Easter egg hunt rather than a story that you're trying to tell. So we were very cautious to not include too many Easter eggs because we wanted you to watch the film, and be invested in the story. Okay. Dalton Ammon says, someone needs to donate a large amount of money. This has to happen. I agree with you. How many troopers are you going to have in episode 2? There are going to at least be 10. Okay? At least be 10 troopers. Your team has made history. Changed low budget in fan films forever. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Alright. Bradley was awesome. Thanks. Yeah, Bradley was awesome. So Colin McKay asked, what was your favorite scene to direct? I liked all of them, to be honest. I mean, all of them have such deliciously wonderful things. Of course, I love directing action, so I love doing the first scene. That was absolutely wonderful to do. And I love dialogue scenes because I tried to get a undercurrent of subtext throughout the entire first scene because I didn't want to just be dialogue, which is why we have so many instances of Vader, Sidious trying to get Vader to, attack him, so that Vader will somehow give in to the dark side because Vader is holding back. He is holding back in this point in his life where he doesn't really know if he wants to fully commit to the dark side because what did the dark side get him? It got him a dead wife, Why would he fully commit to the dark side? So Sidious is really trying to push his apprentice to give in to the dark side. And so I really like scene 3. And I love scene 5, the one hole, because, dude, it was a cool set. I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome directing the background extras to, move, and the camera work was sweet. Okay. All right. Jax Hughes asks, is it true that Mormons don't drink coffee? You are apparently Mormon, so I guess you don't drink coffee. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Proudly. It's something wonderful in my life. And I don't drink coffee. But I love hot chocolate. Okay. I thought Catherine was absolutely perfect in the role of Padme. Her facial expressions, notably during the part where she transitions into Palpatine, seemed exactly like Natalie Portman. It was so funny when Catherine came out of hair and makeup. We put the little beauty mark on her that Natalie Portman has and everything, and she put the hood on. She came out from the bathroom. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I am Natalie Portman." She was, she was wonderful. I mean. Naturally, we can't get Natalie Portman. We can't get Jake Lloyd. We can't get Ian McDiarmid. We can't get these people to play our characters, and so we do our best, like any fan film does. We do our best, and I hope you guys liked it. We took a little bit of liberties with the makeup on Sidious as well, and mostly a lot because of budget. It's a very expensive makeup to do, but Dre Lamparello hit it out of the park, I thought. Okay. All right. Why is a droid mechanic never lonely? A, because he's always making new friends. True. So Jam and Suarez says, question, Danny, our fellow from the Take a Seat shout out to the premiere. Was that our official Mace Windu? We have not officially cast Mace Windu yet, but his name is Elliot, and he is one of the possible contenders for sure. Who's going to replace Captain Rex in Episode 2? A surprise to be sure, I assure you. What would $1 million do for the next episode? $1 million would make the next episode, and probably the rest of the episodes. In fact, it would. $1 million would make the rest of the episodes, for sure. And probably get you a little something extra. It would get you something extra. So if you got $1 million, by all means. Let's see here. Pay no attention to my hot wife over there. All right. Did it turn out as great as you thought? It's so hard to say. You know, when you make a film, if any of you guys make a film, by the end of it, you're like, man, this movie's horrible. No one's gonna like this. So I just hope you guys like it. I really do. All right. The young Anakin was a little much. He's just a kid, but it was a little out of place. Okay. Well, you know, we wanted to. The reason we included young Anakin is I wanted to show where Vader came from, what he started out as. He represents the innocence of Vader and everything he originally was, and how far he's come. You know, if you notice, Vader, you know, he's reaching out to touch Padme's shoulder to, you know, because he wants nothing more than to have Padme back. And then Padme says, "My feelings for you will always remain." But that's not true. Padme's feelings totally changed about Anakin when he turned to the dark side. So he felt that immense sense of failure, which is why he couldn't reach out and touch her until she turns around to him. You know, and so that's why we included young Anakin to show that dichotomy, that contrast of where Vader was now versus where he was before, and what Padme, you know, originally, you know, loved and fell in love with. I mean, she didn't fall in love with 8-year-old Anakin or 9-year-old Anakin, but what she was originally drawn to. Okay. I think there were too many shots of Palpatine's upper teeth that keep disturbing. Well, when you're doing Force Lightning, you're going to get upper teeth. All right. Star Wars Theory says hi. It was incredible. Just saw the film. It was incredible. How did you do the clones? They looked amazing. And Vader stopping all the blaster bolts was truly my favorite part. I think that's my favorite part. This is my favorite part. This shot is a shot that I'd had in my head from almost the beginning, where the camera. Let's see if I can. Where the camera goes through the blaster bolts. That's probably my favorite part of the whole movie. All right. Okay. Can you and Star Wars Theory please do a commentary? Yeah, we're going to do a commentary. We are going to do commentary. Let's see here. Jar Jar should be the next episode. Hey, Jar Jar, man. It's canon, as far as I'm concerned. I don't care what the Aftermath books say. Jar Jar's canon. All right. Will the 501st reference Rex, or maybe reference Geonosis when they're searching with Vader? You're gonna be in for a treat when it comes to the 501st of what's gonna happen with them and what they're gonna do. What are your rankings of the canon Star Wars movies? Ooh, that's a loaded question. My favorite episode is Episode 3. Do I think it's the best made of all the Star Wars movies? No, I think that's Empire Strikes Back, hands down, pretty much. But I just enjoy Episode 3. I love it. But I love them all. I like some others. I like some of them much more than others. But I like them all. You know, I call my least favorite episode the least best of all the episodes. So you're not gonna. You know, I certainly have my feelings towards a variety of things that have happened throughout the entire Star Wars saga. But you're not gonna find me bashing too hard, because I love it. Okay. Is that Cosmo Kramer? You better believe it's Cosmo Kramer. No better person to look over me while I'm working. Okay, hit like if you haven't, guys. And please, most importantly, share the fan film. like 50 million times. We've got to, it's critical. These first 24 hours are so amazingly important for if we can, do episode 2. We really need it to go viral and just trend like crazy. All right. Dude, this blaster bolts just raised one question. Kylo who? You're right, man. It was always a joke as we were doing this to like just say like Kylo Ren sucks, which I don't think he does. But in this, it's kind of just saying, yeah, Kylo Ren's got nothing on Vader. This whole show me the power of the dark side again. That's apparently he didn't get the memo, but Vader was pretty awesome. All right, they were talking about Jar Jar on the 8 p.m. line. Oh, and the premiere last night, sweet. Oh, somebody asked. I saw the question: how many people came to each screening? Every single screening was about half. The first screening was like jammed to capacity. The 10 o'clock was pretty dang full, but they weren't all completely jam packed. So people, reserved tickets and didn't. Some people didn't come, but every screening was super fun, and I wish you could have been there. I wish you all could have been there, especially that first screening, man. It was so like during this scene, people were like cheering, and it was pretty awesome. Okay. All right, let's see here. You guys did an amazing job, says Norma Peterson. I love the film, and it looked like a real movie. Well, it was a real movie. Any movie's a real movie. But I know what you mean. But thank you. I appreciate that. Why is it Nerd Herder instead of Nerf Herder? I don't know. I want to change it up a bit. Because mostly I talk on my channel, if you go through the channel, I talk about I don't only talk about Star Wars things. I talk about a lot of things. Like, I'm going to definitely try to review Aquaman. For sure. I need to watch it. I've been making this movie. Okay. 88,000 views in the first hour. Impressive. Most impressive. We need more. Let's keep going. All right. Danny, how many parts are planned ideally? The entire script is written. How it gets broken down into episodes depends on budgets. So, ideally, we'll have less episodes so we can get it out faster. The worst case scenario is we take more episodes than we'd like. In my mind, ideally, it's 2 more episodes to form a nice beginning, middle, and end to the series, and then from there, other story. The Star Wars Theory and I came up with this sweet story about Palpatine that I think is really cool. But also, we've talked about Knights of the Old Republic and stuff like that. So, all right, let's see here. Pants coming together make something this epic is inspiring. Hey, thanks, Darth Bane. I don't think Thursday was the best day to pick, but it's okay. I could not go. Yeah, it was tough. I mean, ultimately, we just needed to decide what was the best day to do it. Getting a theater with Mary Poppins and Aquaman coming out on the days around you was extremely difficult. So that's why we chose Thursday for premiere and Friday for you guys, for everybody else. Just watch it, says Skype 7. Chills. Literal chills. Awesome job. Thanks, man. I just noticed it was Nerd Herder. You better believe it's Nerd Herder. DC or Marvel better? Oh, man, that's a question. So Superman for me he's my boy. I love Superman so much. I'm a huge Superman fan. But I'm waiting for a really good Superman movie. I love the Dark Knight trilogy, although I wasn't a huge fan of Dark Knight Rises. But I love the Marvel movies too. And so I think the Marvel movies are hands down, besides Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, hands down better than the DC movies. They're so tried to be filled with moments rather than actually telling good character stories that I felt they kind of faltered a bit. But who am I to say? I've directed a fan film. I haven't directed a $200 million movie, so I'm just another fan. All right. One of my favorite Star Wars films already. Thanks so much. Hey, thank Jerem Parsons. I know you auditioned for one of our Jedi, Jerem. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched anybody's Jedi audition, so don't ask. All right. Owen Dorsey says more. Tell me about it. I want to do more. Okay. Let's see here. Wow, just wow. Thanks, guys. We worked so hard on this. If most of you like it, that makes me happy. And share it. Remember, share it, guys. Be shared. Just tell everybody to watch it. even if, preferably in the next 24 hours, but even just in the next, through Christmas, just watch it like crazy. Superman for the win. All right. Let's see here. Are you excited for the Scene 38 reimagined? Yeah, I'd like to see it. When we were making the film, last week, what day was it supposed to come out? I can't even remember now. We were talking with all the visual effects guys, saying we were like refreshing their page, waiting for it to happen, but it just never dropped. And we're like, oh, come on. So, but I'm sure it'll be great. So, we'll see. Okay, Bill Nye, smarter than you guys. So you, sir, are amazing. Thanks, Bill. I appreciate that. I don't think so, but I appreciate that. Would you be interested in directing a Spider-Man fan film? I love Spider-Man. If the story was right and there was enough budget to do it right, then yeah, for sure. Okay. Who was the music composer at the start? It was not Jake. Is that what you're asking? Who did the music at the very start? So we had a composer named J. Scott Riccosi contributed some music to the film, and then Jacob did the majority, and they both did a fantastic job. Fantastic job. Okay, question. I've seen some people do a reaction to the film. Can people do a reaction to the film? Yeah. I believe Star Wars Theory's up there with it. Might have to ask him, but I think he said he's okay. I was just slackjawed during the first fight scene. Thanks, Colin. Lag on this one, but not on Star Wars Theory. Oh, sorry guys. I'm not as cool. Okay. You said you and Star Wars Theory talked about doing Old Republic stuff. Would it start with Revan as Darth Vader? Oh, would it start with Revan as Darth Revan or as a Jedi? You'll have to wait and see on that. All right. If you look up Accolade Company on Instagram, they have a whole page of them in the 327th Clone Armor. Maybe you can use them for episode 3 or 4. They have a commander, by the way, or they have a Commander Bly. Maybe, dude. Yeah, we had 4 clones for this episode, plus 2 TK stormtroopers, who we used very discreetly, but to amplify the look of how many clones there were, and so. But yeah, we have 4 clones, and we tried to get more. We reached out to pretty much everybody in the 501st in the Southern California region, but this was the amount we could get. But I think it works. I still think it works. And we got a couple of officers also, and some TIE Fighter pilots run in and stuff, so I think we did what we could. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Star Wars Theory plays a TIE Fighter pilot too, I think. If I recall. I think he's a TIE Fighter. I don't know if he's actually in the final cut in this opening scene. I can't remember. Yeah, he's a dead TIE Fighter pilot. I forgot about that. I'll have to try to find where he is. Okay, almost at 100,000. All right, let's do better. Let's do better. What time are we at right now? We're past 8, right? 8:19. All right, we can do better. But thanks, guys. I appreciate all you guys are watching it and sharing it. I know you guys are doing a lot. What is your favorite era in Star Wars? Asked Colin McKay. I really like the prequels, to be honest. I think the Clone Wars are fascinating. I love the cartoons, and I love Anakin. Okay, the music was fantastic. Made me feel incredibly immersed and right in the Star Wars universe. The score was brilliant throughout and really captured each scene's emotion. So, Leo, that's the most important thing for me: capturing the emotion of the scene. Absolutely, that's first and foremost, hands down, the thing that I want out of a score. And Jacob and I talked about that frequently, and as did I with Scott. Super important, and we decided early on not to use any Star Wars themes at all. We were just going to go totally original. But after the first pass, we're like, you know what? We got to do it. I mean, we might get blocked in a couple countries, but it's just going to make the movie that much better if we actually use the Star Wars themes, because we all know the Star Wars themes are such an integral part of the Star Wars universe, and they evoke so many built-in emotions within us by having them, and so we just had to. I mean, you have to. All right. Just reach 100K. Time for $1 million. You better believe it, baby. All right. Star Wars Theories thinks 3 episodes is pushing the story. I'm not sure what you mean. All right. Complete nerd, but nothing I have ever seen made me feel the way I did. There was something special about this, especially the intro scene. It was beautiful. I'm extremely passionate. I guess you're going to write more about the film and can't wait to get it started in the industry. Your work is very inspiring to me, and it will be remembered during my future. Who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths in the future. Maybe. All right. I made an ending for the film. How I feel it should end, and I sent it to Theory, but don't ask him because I think I'm asking too much. Well, we're not changing the film. I can tell you that much. Because it's posted and that's it. Okay. YouTube Rewind sucked. I don't know what YouTube Rewind is. Oh, Danny. Subtitles plan. I congratulate for the Portuguese Brazilian ones ASAP. I think we already have somebody on the Portuguese ones, if I recall. But shoot an email to vaderfanfilm@gmail.com just to be sure. But yeah, we want subtitles up the wazoo, and I think we've already included a couple, but the fans should definitely try to do as much as they can. All right, 102,000. Let's keep the views. Let's keep them coming. Let's keep them coming. All right. So the Vader waking up in the tank. Was there a tank, or was it just him floating in midair? He's being suspended by a scorpion-like tail going into his back, behind him. And there's certainly anti-grav lifts around him and stuff like that. But he's also being held up by the cables. I sensed something, a presence I have not sensed since Revenge of the Sith. Thank you and Star Wars Theory for the awesome Christmas gift. You reignited my hope in Star Wars. Wow. Thank you so much. I mean, ultimately, Star Wars is a wonderful community, right? And so we wanted the best we can do for them. Live updates from Star Wars Theory stream. What is Mr. Theory's promising about the film? All right. Just got some news. Episode 9 is happening 1 year after The Last Jedi. That's interesting. Okay. How would you get started in film? I'm interested in entering it for my career future. What would you recommend? Make movies. That's what I would recommend. Just make whatever you can for whatever budget you can. The first feature film I did, I was a freshman in college, and I shot it on the weekends. We casted it. We had auditions. We did rehearsals. We did everything, and we shot it on the weekends for months, and it cost a total of like $800. And it was a feature film. It's the worst movie of all time, and you will never see it. But that's what you got to do. I mean, I hope this film, just for me and my family, and for everybody else involved, really helps us to get even bigger stepping stones and paths in our careers. So share the video. Keep sharing, guys. Donate to Star Wars Theory's Patreon if you want to see episode 2. Join his channel. But share the video. Tell people about his channel so they'll watch his other over 900 Star Wars related videos, so that we can make episode 2. We want to make it because we want to make it for you guys. All right. Do you have some for Polish subtitles? I might help with that if you haven't. I don't think we have. I don't recall. I haven't. The producer and our assistant editor have been the most involved in organizing the subtitles. I haven't. I was busy making the English version. All right. I apologize. I watched the film on my TV and it looked so clean, and it looked another part connected to Rogue One. I enjoyed it so much. Can't wait for episode 2. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate that, man. I really hope it looked good. Kick Ryan Johnson. Hire Danny Ramirez and Swallow Wars buff boy Theory. Yeah, hire us, Lucasfilm. Come on. We wanna make a bigger Star Wars movie. Okay. Have you ever worked on a Hollywood film? Yeah, I have. I grew up I'm from Los Angeles. My father is a filmmaker that's worked on a variety of films, and so I've grown up around it. I love it. Most recent Hollywood film that I've worked on that will be coming out soon is Wonder Park by Paramount, coming out I believe in March. Animated film. I work in animation a lot. I really like it. Really helps with storyboarding the action scenes for scene 1, especially. I'm spamming people on Twitter. You're welcome. I already got 3 people to help. Yeah. All right. Are there any clips of this worst movie of all time anywhere? Eric, probably not. They're on the computer right here. I think the whole movie's on the computer right there, and I got the Blu-ray or the DVD. It was shot on SD. It wasn't even shot on HD. But that's probably about as far as we'll go. All right. Have you taken any inspiration from George Lucas in your career? Lucas wrote the story for THX 1138 in school and was fairly successful. Yeah, George Lucas has been a huge influence on everything that I've done in my career. It's massively. Everything about Star Wars. I mean, they are easily, far and away, the most influential films in my life, filmmaking life at least. It's funny. For every single film I ever did growing up, like in high school and stuff like that, I would inevitably always do the iris wipe into the end credits, the da 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 da, the directed by Danny Rears and everything. And now I finally have made a Star Wars movie, and I made the choice to not do that, to fade up into the credits, simply because I made the decision to have the titles at the end. Because I felt that the title at the end was more impactful than having at the beginning. And to make the transition from the title at the end into credits with the black that we had and everything like that, I just felt that irising into the end credits was not the right move. And so I decided to fade up into them. I just thought it was kind of ironic that every other film, which none of them, all Star Wars, I decided to do the iris just like Star Wars, but on this one I didn't. Okay, ask questions, guys. If you have any questions about the story, maybe anything that you really liked, something that you have questions about, anything, please ask them. I would love to answer them. This is not spoiler free, so if you have not seen the film, hop on over to Star Wars Theories channel like ASAP right now. Watch the movie. Come on back. Maybe we'll still be here. So, okay. What is the best film you've ever worked at? Probably this one. I mean, this is the one I'm most proud of. Okay, hey Danny, how was the premiere? Were all the showtimes booked to the brim, or were there simply no shows? There were some no shows, unfortunately, and we were overbooked each screening by about 30 tickets. So all those people who got a ticket and didn't come, I will not be denied. All right. Did you get any help from Lucasfilm and love the movie? No, Lucasfilm didn't contribute at all, and we don't expect them to. I mean, why would they? We're a fan film, but we hope they see it. We really do. I hope I get a call from Mrs. Kennedy's assistant tomorrow. All right. Now I'm dreaming. Okay. Join Star Wars Theory channel. Cannot wait for what you have for us next. Thanks for all the hard work. Hey Dan, I'm glad you joined. Awesome. Everybody, join Star Wars Theories channel so we can make episode 2. That's the join button on his channel. So if you go to the video, hit the join button. Let's make some magic happen for episode 2. All right. I liked your signature in the welcome ones, like the title at the end. Thanks, man. What would you change about the episode? There were things in the fight that I wanted to get that we weren't able to, mostly because of time, but they were garnish. As a director, one of your most important things is to know exactly what you need to tell your story, and I got that. I truly feel that I got exactly what I needed to tell the story. And so, as a filmmaker, you'll always change things. Like, you'll watch something like, oh, I wish I would have color corrected that a little brighter, or oh, I wish I would have tweaked that a little bit in sound, or oh, I wish I would have edited that just a tad differently, or I would have directed the performance a little differently. That's every film. Any filmmaker who says that this is the perfect movie of all time doesn't, it's just, I don't think it happens. Are you drunk? Asked Prince Supra. No, I do not drink. I've never had alcohol, ever. So no, I'm just excited. I'm just excited to. This is just the way I am. All right. Lucasfilm needs to hire you. Hey, Luke. Hey, Dalton. Now you're speaking my language. Okay. I have a lot of good ideas. How do you truly express it to another person? Because it's hard when people think about their own ideas. It is hard. One of the jobs as a director is to verbally and emotionally communicate what's in your head, and to verbally and communicate it well enough that the people you're talking to see the vision and feel the passion. I really tried to do that on this film, and I think by throughout the process for a lot of people. I mean, you can't convince everybody, but and I say that and it sounds like there's problems. There wasn't. Um, you want to help people see the vision because as a director, you are the only person who sees the entire picture, at least the storytelling picture. The producer sees the logistical picture, but you're the only person to do it. And so it's super important to do that as a director. So, like for instance, with visual effects, there were multiple times where the visual effects artists had these wonderful ideas of cool things to do during their shots, but it's just like, well, that doesn't work because of this, and this, and this. And I can tell sometimes they're disappointed, but a visual effects artist may be thinking, how can I make this shot the coolest thing ever? But the director's seeing the big picture, so it's his job to kind of guide the entire tapestry. Okay. I will consider this Collins. Canon, says Colin. Thanks, dude. And you're a poor high school student? Well, share the video, man. Share the video like crazy. All right. It's funny that this group makes a better film than Lucasfilm can. Now, this is what fans can stand behind. Respect. Thanks, Marco. I think Lucasfilm does a great job, and I definitely am not a person who thinks we should boycott films because I want to see Star Wars movies forever. So I hope they keep making them. But Marco, I appreciate the comment, truly. I think this is the first zero dislike populated video I've ever seen on history. YouTube. History can be made here. Cool to add to your resume. Thanks, man. Yeah, go. Be sure that when you watch the fan film, so if you haven't done this already, go do it. Like the video and comment. That really helps the YouTube algorithms to push it towards the trending. So go, if you have not done it already, go to the fan film, watch it again, share it, but also like the video and comment on it. So critical that happens. 116,000 views and not on trending. I know, we gotta get on trending. That's the key. We gotta get on trending. All right. I don't care what Disney says. I don't care what Disney says anymore. My canon now is episodes 1 through 6, Old Republic and Vader fan films. All right. Fans are going to shout about this film to Lucasfilm nonstop. It will be glorious. I made a small video edit proving my theory. Star Wars equals Hayden Christensen. He's not Hayden Christensen. I wish. That would be super cool. Could you imagine if he were Hayden Christensen and we brought him back as Vader? That would be so intense. All right. You made my Christmas unforgettable. Thanks, man. And I got confused. Is everyone casted? What's your question, Nick? I want this film at my film festival. Oh, that's right. You emailed us about that, Marco. Email me again, please. Can you make episode 2 longer, please? So, that's a big question. Like, why wasn't this episode longer? Because we wanted, A, money. B, we wanted to get this movie out for you for December. We wanted this to be the Christmas presents or the Hanukkah presents. We wanted to get this to you guys, and we wanted it to be a certain quality. We really wanted to push the envelope on what could be done in a fan film, and so this was the exact length I feel as the architect of the series of how it needed to be. The original plan, as you know, was not to make a series. It was to make one full film. But once we quickly realized we weren't ever going to get crowdfunding, and Lucasfilm said we couldn't, we decided to make a series because we still wanted to make it. I mean, there was a point where Star Wars Theory and I were just like, well, that's it. It was fun, good working with you. Maybe another time. But then we're like, wait a minute. You could fund a little bit. Maybe we would just make a first episode. So that's what we did. And in film, you can either do something, you can do a lot for a lot of money, or and make it very good, or you can do a lot for very quickly, but make it really crappy. I mean, so it's like, that's why it was the length it was. And if you want to leave even more, I think we did our job right. All right. I shared the video on my Instagram, by the way. Thanks, Dalton. Yeah, share the video on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you got to do. Snapchat, I don't know. Just share it like crazy, okay, guys? And hashtag Vader fan film, hashtag Star Wars theory. You know, just tag them in everything. Comment on the fan film, like the video, do whatever you can, like this video. Okay. Let's see here. Honestly, Danny, 30-minute episodes would be great. They would be great. They would be great. I wish we could do 30-minute episodes. It's a lot of work, though. It's twice as much work as this. And we kill ourselves. Legitimately kill ourselves to get this film out for you. To get this film out for you by this time. So, it's insane. Okay. Is there a full cast yet, or is there still parts not being casted? Yeah, only episode 1 parts were casted. So any parts, which there are a lot, for episodes 2 and beyond, have not been casted yet. Man, Star Wars Theory getting a ton of donations. At this rate, episode 2 is going to be crazy. Crazy! Yeah. You know, join this channel, guys. Join this channel. Donate to his Patreon. You know, and that supports all of the content his channel produces. Guys, I want more questions about the film. More questions about the film. I love the comments about how you liked it. Don't get me wrong. Keep it up. But I would love to answer some questions. Vandico, I answered this question, man. Were all the showtimes booked to the brim? Or were there some no-shows? There were some no-shows. So yeah, there were some empty seats in some of the shows, sadly enough. It's disappointing. We gotta put something in there that if you don't come, then Luke, my son, is gonna come chop off your legs with a sword lightsaber. Okay. What was the most difficult shot to film? The most difficult shot to film. The frozen blaster bolt shot was fairly difficult. The shot where we look over Vader's shoulder into the hole took a few times to get right. But probably the most difficult shot in the entire film was the shot of Padme's close-up when she's hugging Vader and she's coming back, and he puts his hand on her cheek and everything. The reason that was the most difficult, really. The reason it was difficult to shoot is that it was such a delicate balance of hitting marks for the actors of where Vader needed to be, where his hand needed to be, and where Padme needed to be. Because if they were too scrunched, Padme would have been getting blocked. You wouldn't be able to see Vader's hand, and it wouldn't have worked. But if they were too spread out, you wouldn't have felt the intimacy. So there was literally a centimeter of wiggle room for them to hit, and so that was tricky, but we got it. We got it. All right. What was your favorite part about working on Shards of the Past? Working with Star Wars Theory, man, and the amazing, amazing crew. Ian McClellan hit it out of the park. Nikolai Veit-Bolfson, the other writer, is absolutely amazing. I wish I want to work with him again for sure. But working with the crew, but also just making Star Wars, man. How can you not be just thrilled about making Star Wars? I mean, it was immensely stressful and it was hard, but it's Star Wars, and my son can quote this movie upwards, downwards, and forwards. Like, I actually turn to him and say, "What was that line again from the movie?" And he can tell it to me. He knows the movie better than I do. And I directed, wrote, and edited the movie. Yet he knows it better than I do. Okay. All right. All right, let's see here. Who needs an interview when we have a director who talks directly to the audience? Hey, thanks, man. Okay. Did any Star Wars cast members come to the theater? Like actual Star Wars cast members? Not that I'm aware of, but a lot of the people from this first episode came. Okay. Let's see. Be careful when you ask for people to join Star Wars channel. Lucasfilm may get it in a bad way. No, they know about his channel. You should release a version with 0 special effects. That would be fun. I think we're planning on it. I mean, we've got the version. All right. Danny, love the movie. One and only one question I had about it. Why was Palpatine talking so much and so fast? He was hard to hear at times and didn't feel right. Why, guys? I loved his calico too. That's just the way I directed him. That's the way I wanted it. I wanted energy. He does speak slowly at times, but Palpatine. You got to remember that Palpatine in this moment is trying to do something that we've never seen Palpatine do before. He's trying to instigate anger in his apprentice. He's not trying to tempt anyone to the dark side. He's not trying to seduce anybody. He is trying to envelop rage within somebody who is already his or closely his, right? You know, it's clear, given the opening scene, that Vader doesn't dig Sidious right now. So I wanted more energy in that. And so it's the way I directed it. So, but you know, it's fair. You know, I see that you can think maybe you talked a little fast sometimes. Okay, will the same locations be used again in episode 2? Negative. Well, some of them, I guess. All right. What caused you to pursue this project? Star Wars. I bleed for Star Wars. Love Star Wars. That's why. And it's just so amazing that Star Wars Theory even responded to my first email about making the fan film. I know a lot of you guys have emailed him and have never gotten responses because he gets hundreds of emails a day, so he can't respond to them all. And so I was just so lucky that he even just responded to it. All right, gotta go. I am at 9% subbed. Hey, thanks, Hot Shot First. The CGI was excellent, especially when Vader hyperspace jump parts. Thanks, man. Our CG team really knocked it out of the park. Gaetan Lincel, I think that's how you say his name. He's from France. And Stefan Menson and all of the other guys just killed it. Tim Fortson, our lead compositor, who put all the assets together for those shots. They just really, really did a great job. How long did it take to make this first part? So we started writing. That's a great question. We started writing in February, writing the story, fleshing it out. First part was recognizing Vader's arc. So keep in mind, I wrote the entire series at the same time. So it's not like I just wrote a first episode. Now I got to go back and write a second episode. No, the entire series is written. Will there be changes? Of course, there's always going to be changes, but the entire series is written. It's gone through multiple drafts through Nikolai and myself, with input from Star Wars Theory, and so we wrote the story first, identified Vader's arc, where he's starting and where he's going to end, and how he's going to get there, most importantly, because we kind of know where he ends. And then the script, then of course pre-production, casting, and all of that stuff. We filmed from September 27th to the 30th, so about 3.5 days of filming. So extremely fast shooting schedule for a film like this. Extremely fast. So Lucasfilm, if you're watching, I can try to do a lot with a little. And then we edited for the last, we edited for a solid month, just trying to really get the edit solid. We started visual effects. We edited the first scene first, because that was the most visual effects heavy scene. So those can get started right away. We didn't get started as quickly as we wanted to, because we were just trying to figure out the logistics of how to combine fans from all over the world. Remember, 99% of these shots were done by fans. And so they knocked it out of the park, like this shot. I love this shot. This was like a full CG or a 3D shot, to be able to go through the blaster bolts. And so it took us a little while to get that off the ground, but once we really started rolling, we got rolling. We got all the shots. So, all right. I love how the Force lightning was emanating through the Republic cruiser window. That was dope. Thanks, man. That was a shot that I had in my head from like the very beginning. And a few people were like, just take it out. I'm like, no, dude, I love it. I want it. That's one of the nice things about being the director. And so you don't have to take everybody's ideas. But you also get the privilege of taking people's ideas when they are very good. And oftentimes they very much are. All right. What was the easiest and hardest part of the movie? There were no easy parts, man. It was all hard. Okay, why was the speed of the hyperspace jump different in the trailer than the movie? Because you guys all said it was too fast. That's why. And Star Wars Theory told you that these shots weren't 100% finalized. They were hot off the press, and he released them because he wanted to give you guys something. But the movie was still being worked on, guys. And the reason we didn't release a bigger trailer is because, think about this. The only thing we'd even be able to show was like maybe Vader and Palpatine talking, but we didn't want to show Vader fighting with clones, because that would have kind of given away a big thing, I think. There was just a lot of stuff, we didn't want to show Vader getting shocked. with Force Lightning. And so it's just like with a 12.5 minute film, you're like, there's not really much you can show without giving away major story points. All right. What does Lucasfilm funds the rest of the episode? We actually asked Lucasfilm if they were interested in partnering, and they're like, no, we don't do that, which I understand why. They want control over the Star Wars canon, which I would too. How many people were involved in the film? Hey, that's a great question. I don't know the exact number, but probably around, more 100 maybe. But from all over the world, from Europe, New Zealand, Canada, the United States, the UK, all over the United States. So everywhere. Mexico, our sound team was from Mexico. Juan Pablo Naranjo came up for the premiere last night with his girlfriend, and it was a great time. Can I send you right here my little film I made inspired by Star Wars Theory? Because I don't think he will get the email with the many more that reply. You can surely post it or throw it in the comments section in one of my videos, man. Let's let other people see it. I would love that. Okay, so when Mace is fighting the troopers at the end, the lightning for the saber seems to be blue, not purple. Was it supposed to be the way? It's purple. The problem is purple and blue are it's purple. All right, so if you're going to direct episode 2, if there is one, hopefully there is. Yeah. If there's an episode 2, and if I'm available, which you kind of hope I'm not because I want to be working, but yeah, the current plan is that I'll direct episode 2. Okay. All right. When is the film going public? I'm late. I may have missed it earlier. All right, Ken V, get off this live stream right now. Go to Star Wars Theory's website or YouTube channel. It is there. It is posted. Because if you stick around any longer, you're going to get some massive spoilers. So, go, share the video, like the video, and comment the video. All right? That goes for all of you. If you have not liked the video, get back there and like the video. If you have not commented on it, comment on it. If you have not shared it, go share it. All right? Do it. Do it. All right. Danny, were you involved with the making of this film from the beginning? Yeah, I've been here from the genesis. Essentially, the first phone call was, so you want to make a fan film? He's like, yeah, I want to make a fan film. Star Wars Theory talks like that, right? And I'm like, well, what do you want it to be about? Because it could be a trillion different things. He's like, well, I really want it to be about Vader. All right, cool, I'm on board. And I really like Mace Windu, so I want to do a Mace Windu Vader fight. Done! And that's how it started. So I got to work on a story. And it was great. Let's see here. That was always the idea, that this was going to be a fan film made by fans. That's one was to use, like, for instance, fans for our visual effects artists. We wanted, and fans for actors, we wanted this to have the passion that it needed to really be awesome. All right, was the second person to like and comment on it. Ah, sweet. All right, go comment more. Go. All right, for me, I can't hear you too well. Really? Oh, sorry, man. I feel like I'm talking kind of loud. Is anybody else having trouble hearing me? Is there behind the scenes? Yeah, the scenes stuff that Star Wars Theory is going to be releasing. We've even done interviews, and if you're at all interested in the filmmaking process, totally watch them. Let's see here. 1 second, guys. Some of you say my audio is choppy, so I'll open my door so maybe my Wi-Fi can get a little closer. Woo-wee! I'm super psyched for that. Thanks, dude. I'm curious, what was the criteria for Stormtroopers and Royal Guard's choice of casting, besides perhaps already owning the outfit? That was basically the biggest thing. We didn't have the budget to create clone armor or Royal Guard armor. The Royal Guard costume is incredibly expensive when it's made right. That real thick velvet. The Royal Guard, Raymond Choi, who is the one being shot, he you know, we needed somebody who could physically do it, and so you know, that we felt comfortable asking to sit there and go like this, like crazy. So we used Raymond for that. Coincidentally enough, Raymond is wearing a Return of the Jedi style Royal Guard costume. Don't hate, it's the way it is. But I think he did a great job. He sold it. He sold the moment, and that was the most important. I'm going to rewatch the film a second time. You haven't watched the film a second time? Man, I want you guys to watch it 10 times. All right. Yeah, ask me questions, guys. All right, what other work have you done? I'd like to check it out. I've got two little not fan films. I've got 3 films on my website, or on my YouTube channel. And I've been meaning to post more things that I've done. It's just, I've been busy making a movie. Like, I was, a lot of you know, when I first started out, I was making, and then we got really involved in pre-production, and so the videos kind of slowed down. And then once we filmed, it was like, bro, just can't keep it up. Just can't keep it up. It was too much. Needed to make a movie. I need some blaster bills for you guys. All right. Where'd you get the Vader's lightsabers from? What's loaned to you guys? So Dupree Jones has his own really great lightsaber that we used for the close-ups. He uses a stunt saber for the really fast action scenes, mostly because the hilt is a lot thinner, so it was a lot easier for him to hold and to wield very quickly. And the blade itself was brighter, so it casted more reactive lighting onto him. And so, super common. I mean, that's super common, guys, to use things that are not, they're called your hero blades, where it's the blades that are designed for the close-ups. And so we did that. Okay. Let's see here. Is a person in the Royal Guard armor or the Royal Guard? I assume you mean the dead ones on the floor, or those are people? Those are people just chilling, you know, chilling like a villain, just falling asleep. And the dead clone trooper that's near Vader, you know, those are all, that's a guy named CJ just kind of chilling next to the wall. All right. Danny, what other work have you done? Oh, you already answered that. When you're done, can you watch the thing I made and reply to it? Oh yeah, if you throw in comments, I'll surely watch it when I get time. I'm kind of taking a break through the holidays. I've just been, I like many of the guys on the film have not slept much for the last few weeks. All right. I've watched it 3 times, says Mad Max. Yeah, baby. Like, share, and comment on the video, guys. Especially share it. And like and comment. I mean, all 3 of those things help. The more views we can get, the better. Let's see here. Everyone go advertise the stream at Star Wars Theory Streams. It's about to end. His stream's about to end? All right. Hey, Danny. Star Wars Theory chat is super... I'm sure his chat is off the charts. Someone commented without a super chat and said they were hard of hearing and were wondering if the film could get subtitles. Could you let him know? Yeah. We do need to put subtitles on it. And we are working on foreign language subtitles with a bunch of fans that are submitting foreign language subtitles. So we're going to put those on. But yeah, we're definitely going to... we want to do subtitles, and we also want to do a descriptive audio track as well. All right. There are shards of the past memes out. There are. All right, guys. Let's take a look. We're gonna see what shards of the memes. Shards of the memes. Shards of the memes. Here's my Yahoo. Shards. Don't judge my typing, because yeah, I'm not really this bad. I'm holding a stylus and typing with 2 fingers. Shards of the past. Meme. Let's see. Oh, I don't see any yet. Well, I'm sure they'll come up. Okay, let's see here. You know, Star Wars Theory can make a movie like that with only this much money. I think you really can make something good more than that. You know, the one thing that I've always said from the beginning is the one thing you get free is story. That is the one thing that doesn't cost anything. It's 0 money. A good story. And so that's why we focus so hard on it. The last thing we wanted to do was to have a Jedi and a Sith meet in the forest and fight to the death. There's no story there. There's no emotion there. There's nothing. There's nothing tangible for the audience to get grounded in. So we wanted a story. That's why we straight up have a 5-minute dialogue scene between the Emperor and Vader. Look, I'm good with that, and I think it's interesting. You know, I didn't want just wall-to-wall fighting because it's just not interesting. Plus, are we gonna be able to top like what Revenge of the Sith did? No, you know. Even though I think we did a pretty cool job, to be honest, and I hope you guys felt the way I do about the lightsaber lightning fight between Vader and Sidious. I thought it was pretty sweet. All right, let's see here. Everyone has to experience it. So good, sweet. The closest he had me, not the clones. Such a cool effect to see Vader just hanging out there in armor. How did you do that? A lot of some green screen action. And there's a lot of a computer generated hole. Okay. He just saw the first episode. Awesome work, Mr. Ramirez. Ooh, Mr. Ramirez, I like you. He was over a good Christmas break. Thanks, you man. Merry Christmas. Okay. Shards of the memes, now trending. I don't draw, but I use a Wacom tablet to edit. Please answer this question. All right. What are the chances of episode 2 happening? As soon as I saw the purple glow of Mace Windu's saber, I got so excited. Thanks, man. I mean, the artists who were working on that shot can tell you, and the color correction, the colorist Harry Locke IV, who did a killer job. I know you guys all agree. I was adamant. I'm like, the purple has to be visible, but it's a fine line. It's like you can't make it cartoonish looking, and you can't make it look like Mace is 3 feet down in the hole. He's like 50 feet down there, and so it's like I wanted it to clearly be purple and Mace Windu, and hear the lightsaber noise, so you guys know there's some shenanigans going down in the hole. Mace Windu's down there. Okay. Let's see here. The Mean Pirate Strikes Back. All right, what's the budget going to be for episode 2? No idea. No idea. We just hope to make episode 2. Remember, like, share, and comment on the fan film. Like crazy. If you want to see episode 2, that's what's got to happen. Donate to the channel. Join the channel. The Star Wars Theory channel. All right. What episode? Let's get the YouTube training. Oh, Jack Miller. He was our visual effects coordinator. Yeah, share, everybody, just like he says. About too much. No. Episode 3's got a lot of talking. A New Hope. It's got a lot of talking. There's action dispersed through talking. So talking scenes are not bad, and I feel a lot of fan films they tend to steer away from them because they're boring. They're not boring if you have a clear and coherent through line of what the characters want and the circumstances behind it. That's part of being a director, trying to set that all up so you can. Dialogue scenes aren't boring because some of the best scenes of cinema history are dialogue scenes. Okay. Can't wait to see the makeup on Mace. Oh, the makeup's gonna be sweet. Fire your joke writers. Okay. Or I'm gonna say I don't think I was making. Let's be nice, guys. Let's be nice. 145,000 views. Thinking and planning talk gets me even more excited about learning how the movie was made. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. All right, and feel free to ask any questions, guys. This is spoiler free, or this is not spoiler free. We'll answer questions you guys want. Are you and Star Wars Theory genuine friends? Yeah, we are. Yeah, we've become great friends. How much money did Star Wars Theory get from live stream super chats? I have no idea. We don't. That's one thing we really don't talk. We don't talk about money. So that's a very quick way to end any type of friendship, really. All right. I watched the film with my dad, and he saw the first movie in 1977. He said it was amazing. That Star Wars is evolving more and more. That's so great to hear, Nick. It really is. Yeah, show your parents, guys, if you're young. Show your friends, show everybody. When you get together for the holidays, please show your families. Now, so they'll watch it. Do whatever you can to get this film out and get it on YouTube trending because Because if we want episode 2 to happen, that's got to happen. You know, to be totally honest. I have to head out, but this has been a really amazing live stream. Hey, thanks, Dan. Good name. Please tell me this ends with that filthy Mando killer window dead on Vader's blade, please. I won't go that far to say anything, but I assure you, Mace and Vader have a nice little lightsaber chats. They engage in some very friendly, aggressive negotiations. That's what That's what they say. Right. Okay. My dad and I watched it 4 times, and I'm waiting for my sister and mom to come home to watch it. You did an amazing 7. This is the future of directing. Directors will be doing all of their questions directly. I want to do that. I mean, I would watch that. You know, like for instance, Christopher Jackson would do things like this because I have so many questions for them, and I'm nowhere near even close to what they are because I'm like, this is the biggest thing I've directed, and it was so much fun. But there's a lot of stuff going on up here that I would love to talk about. Were you and your team ever scared of potential backlash? Asked Leo Delaney. Dude, that's like, it kept me up at night. So far, the response has been positive. I'm really hoping the tide doesn't turn, or for whatever reason, because I and everybody involved, like truly, we've poured our souls into this thing, and we know how tough sometimes Star Wars fans can be, and yeah, it's been a fear, and I'm probably gonna avoid reading a lot of comments, to be honest, because you know. Okay, all right. Is this the first movie you directed, or you directed others before? Yeah, I've directed a lot of short films. One feature film when I was in college. That's you will never see ever. But yeah, I went to the University of Southern California, USC, and got a master's in filmmaking and directing. So yeah, I've been working at this since basically high school, when I started doing videos in high school, and started with wedding videos. And just I've been doing it ever since. So had to get some food and sleep. You need some Chipotle. Chipotle, man. A burrito will never be rejected by this stomach. I can tell you that much. Okay, Mad Max says, Danny, this was such an amazing night. Thanks to you guys. I'm sure I speak for the majority of us when I say thank you for such a great job. This far exceeded expectations. I certainly, if you were disappointed, I'm so sorry. It was not for lack of trying. We tried so hard. It's tough when it comes to really tried to fit everything in the story, and I think generally it fits. The new Vader comics are constantly releasing more and more little tidbits. Even Sidious being Anakin's father, I think still fits, especially since I've always kind of been in that camp myself. And so I really wouldn't write anything that directly contradicts that unless it involved Plagueis, basically. And so it's so we really try to keep this in canon. So not with the hope it's going to be made. I'm back. I dropped out there for a second, didn't I? All right, let's see here. I lost totally what I was talking about when it stopped connecting. Okay. All right. Not gonna lie, episode 1 length kind of got to me. Wish it was longer. Hey man, I wish it were too. But you got to remember, making a movie trying to make it at a high caliber is a lot of work. It's very expensive. If we would have made a 20-minute movie or a 30-minute movie, it would not have been nearly like this. Plain and simple, no questions asked. I, as a storyteller, would much rather give you a solid story at a good quality than just give you length. All right? I mean, it's plain and simple. I wish we had the budget to make, 45 minutes or whatever. But this is what we could do in the amount of time we were given. We didn't want to be like a lot of fan films that take 2 years to make or 3 years. We shot this, we promised it by December, and we were going to. But Rigor Films, I really hope you liked it. I really do. They'll have to They'll have a bust of you in USC when this movie gains some more traction. There's a big Douglas Fairbanks statue at USC. If you don't know who Douglas Fairbanks is, he was an old school actor. Okay. Thank you. Your fan film made me very happy. Hope you have a great night. Hey, thanks, man. This is better than The Last Jedi. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. So, let's see here. Are you a full-time YouTube director? If not, what kind of career do you normally hold? Excuse me. I am a full-time filmmaker. I edit and I direct. So it depends on the project. I edit quite a bit. I'm trying to direct more. So this was a really fun project to me. It was an amazing opportunity just for my career. I hope to see the next episode, and I hope to direct a lot more episodes. So if you know producers, tell them about me. All right. When Vader says failure to save her, I got chills. Thanks, man. It was really, it was important to us that Vader wouldn't say the name Padme until she appeared. So that's why, and this was Nikolai's idea mostly, that Vader shouldn't say Padme. He felt that when Vader says, "Where's Padme? Is she safe? Is she all right?" in Episode 3, that it just kind of felt off. And I kind of agree with him. And so we purposely had him say, "You're a failure to save her," instead of "You're a failure to save Padme." We purposely used the word "her" instead of "Padme." Because when Padme appears and he says, "Padme," we felt that it would have more impact than saying it earlier. It's all these. There's a lot of these little things that you think of when you're making a film. Sweetheart, can you bring me a charger, please? I'm down to 10% of my iPad, guys. It's too much. I need more men. All right. Oh man, there's a lot of comments here. Where Buddy Merritt came back. Young Annie is definitely an interesting character in Vader's dad. I will not answer that question. Oh man, it was mind blowing, dog. I absolutely loved it. Every one of you guys and girls did an amazing job. Thanks, Nate, dog. Let's see. Thank you. One second, guys. I need to plug in my iPad charger. Please keep asking questions. I don't want to just jab away about nonsense. I want to really answer your guys' questions. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't be nice, please. All right. We have power. Unlimited power now. Okay. Can't stop loving this fan film. All right. Say you were to make episode 2 and release it in December. What do you think you could make it a long length along with having a great storyline? Yeah. You can always make a great story long, but it's not a smart idea to make it long just to make it long. I mentioned in the Q&A last night at the premiere, you look at the Hobbit movies. I am a massive Peter Jackson fan. I think the Lord of the Rings trilogy is on par with the Star Wars trilogy. I love it with fiery passion. Love the extended versions. But with the Hobbit, it did feel, as Bilbo says, like butter stretched out over too much bread. So longer is not better. I want to give you guys something that does leave you wanting more. That does satiate your unsatiable desire for Star Wars. Because the moment you start thinking during a story, okay, this is getting a little long, it's done. And you may have had some of those moments in this film. I apologize if you did. I tried to not have them. So I've always said to Star Wars Theory, we will make them the length they need to be good. That's not to say I don't want something long, but I want to make it good too. Okay. It was amazing. The fact that we want more is only a cliffhanger to the success. That cliffhanger. Thanks, James. I absolutely loved it. Give me a feeling I haven't had a while about Star Wars. Thank you so much, man. I'm glad there were no woods. Any Easter eggs in the film you can hit towards. So, Ken, that was a big thing. So you watched it. Okay, good. So you went off and watched it. Good. I'm glad you did. Did you like it and comment on it? That's my question. And share it. If you guys have not liked, comment, and shared on the fan film, go do it now. Leave this live stream. Go do it and come back and ask your questions. We need it. It's got to hit a ton of views to get trending. So Do it. Do it. Um, yeah, that was a big thing Star Wars Theory and I didn't. We didn't want any woods. We didn't want a forest, uh, because every fan film is in a forest or in the desert, and there's nothing wrong with that on on any level, because it's cheap, it's free, usually to shoot there, and so I get it, you know. But we didn't want to do that. That's one of the reasons Star Wars Theory decided to spend so much money, because he wanted a throne room. And it's not like you can walk down to your local throne room on the corner and say, "Hey, can we shoot here?" So at least something that would look Star Wars. Okay, let's see here. Star Wars is greater than everything. You better believe. All right. At what age did you first see Star Wars? The first time I actually remembering Star Wars is in junior high school. So Ken asked, who was in charge of Palpatine's shoes in that opening scene? All right, guys. Go. When when Sidious gets blown back by Yoda, check out the shoes. I'll leave that right there. And he wears loafers in Return of the Jedi. You know, it's funny because whatever shoes you put on Sidious, it's gonna look funny. But like, then you really start thinking about it. You're like, of course he wears shoes. Of course he wears socks. But it's just like, it's such a mundane thing that we don't think about a Sith Lord with unlimited power wearing shoes or wearing underwear. It's like, you know, so what we would think. So in the end, we decided to go most closely with what he's wearing in Episode 3, and you do see them for a brief moment when he gets blown back and over the chair by Yoda. So that's why we went with him. And it was important to me. I want to know one thing. How many of you guys were at all? I mean, you guys are super fans, so I don't anticipate many of you to have been surprised. But were anybody surprised that Vader was choking Sidious? In the screening last night, and there were definitely people that were surprised when Sidious's face is shown for the first time. People were like, "Holy crap!" You know. So I know some people were, and that was always the intention. And I knew going in that, you look, 50% at least of the people watching this movie know it's Sidious right away, and that's cool. But another 50% will be surprised. So I wanted that surprise. All right, let's see here. All right. Let's see. When you saw it, I was 66 years old. All right. Great job on the film, man. Thanks, guys. I'm just looking through. I'm just looking for questions. I was looking for questions. JG says, I was surprised for sure. I assumed it was some Jedi. Cool. I knew he was choked in the first Vader comment, but Vader choked him so much I thought it was a dream. The attention to detail was amazing, which is what I was referring to with the shoe comments. Oh, really? Oh, well, good. I'm glad you liked it. I thought you were saying it was ridiculous looking. We were kind of always worried about that. Like, well, it's accurate, but it's kind of funny looking, but well, let's go for it. It's accurate. All right. Let's see here. No, I wasn't surprised. Give in to your anger. It makes you focus, keeps you stronger. Yeah, I knew a lot of people wouldn't be surprised. Let's see here. Red camera. So we shot on the RE Alexa Mini. The reason we shot on the RE Alexa is because of its ability to mimic film. I love the Red. I think it's an amazing film, and I think it's the Red and the RE both are great for different projects depending on what you're shooting. And so we shot on the Alexa, and the DP preferred the Alexa as well. And so I thought DP Matt Holla did a fantastic job. He was also the cameraman, and he really killed it. He's an incredibly talented, Emmy Award-winning cinematographer. I wonder if Palpatine ever gets wedgies, but all jokes aside, that is a really good point. Yeah, I mean, you don't think about those things. You know, we have exalted these characters so much on a pedestal that when we try to show something, you know, quotidian or daily, you know, a daily thing like does Palpatine go to the bathroom? You know, all these little things that you think about. It's like that's kind of ridiculous. You know, what does Palpatine wear to bed? All of these things. It's kind of funny. You know, in fact, when we were thinking about this opening scene, the only requirement we really had, or I really had as a director, was it needs to be a place that Vader and Palpatine would conceivably be together in, or in the which, you know, whatever. They would conceivably be together there. And so we went through a lot of things. We went through a holocron room. We went through, of course, a throne room. We went through Palpatine's living chambers. I mean, we went through all these different ideas. Palpatine's living chambers, of course, okay, that's kind of difficult. You know, I don't think we'd ever successfully portray what Palpatine, you know, where he would live or sleep. Holocron room, ultimately, we just decided to do the throne room. Yeah, it's funny to think about these mundane things. All right, 0 out of 10. Where is the sand? Wait, man, for the sand. Wait, you'll get it. You'll get it. There's more episodes. Can't have sand in every episode. She'll dig the sand in one of the episodes. All right, I like the music so much. The vibration to represent Vader's anger was a solid touch. Thanks, dude. I don't know if you answered my comment. You should have a flashback with Mace Windu and Teen Anakin, where Mace encourages Anakin's dark side habits, since Mace is close to the dark side of any other Jedi. Yeah, but except I don't think Mace would ever encourage Anakin to embrace the dark side. In fact, I believe Mace actually declined to train Anakin in the form of a pod because he was worried it would overtake Anakin. All right. When I get gains at Death Star's gym, I'm up with Palpatine. You better believe it. I just finished watching it. Absolutely love it. Great job by the entire cast and crew. Thanks, Sweet P06. If you didn't, for any of you, if you did not like the video, get your butt over there and like it. Comments on the video, because that really helps the analytics and that'll help us get trending. And share the video, because it's all about views too, right? Share the video. All right. To get the location in Pasadena, was it difficult? No. The Altadena cemetery, the Mountain View Cemetery in Altadena is extremely accommodating to film. They film there all the time. But that's where part of your budget went, to get that location, and I think it was totally worth it. It's totally a worth it location. We were there for about 3 hours. I mean, we filmed that scene quick. We had to. All right. I'm ready for episodes 2 and 3, the Star Wars fan series. Yeah, man. Will there be any famous clone troopers making an appearance in episode 2? Oh, you're going to have to wait and see. That Gold Taco is still talking about Chipotle. All right. Can we expect more Force visions for episode 2? I actually teared up in the Padme scene. You know, a lot of people have said that they teared up during the Padme scene. And it's amazing to me. Because it's just an unexpected consequence of, you know, the deep love that we have for these characters. But it's a positive. You know, I'm very happy that people experience those emotions, because I wanted them to experience this sense of loss of what could have been for Anakin if he would have just stayed the young and innocent Anakin he was, and if he would have embraced the light and everything like that. And so I really wanted there to be emotions in that scene. I'm glad some people felt so much of it that they even teared up. All right. Mace was a piece of trash. Literally a huge reason Vader turned to the dark side. Hey, you're not lying. All right. What was going on in the end? There's a big fight going on down there, and Mace Windu's involved. But you guys want to know what's in the hole? Tell me if you want to know what's in the hole. Because I'll tell you what's in the hole. Episode 2 is in the hole. If you want to see episode 2, you guys know what to do. Like, share, comment the fan film. Invite people over to the stream too, so you know we can tell more people. That I can tell more people to like, share, and comment on the video, on the fan film. I mean, you can please like and share this video, but like and share the fan film like crazy, like it's nobody's business. Just do it until you annoy people, till they watch it and hopefully enjoy it. All right. Did you have the pendant that Anakin gave to Padme made, or did you order it? It looks really good and super detailed. We had 5 made. crazy. Main reason being is it was such a critical prop. We had to have it, and we had them made by fans and by others, and people on Etsy and everything like that. And I wanted to be sure. Oh, my hair's sticking out. I wanted to be sure that was gonna look awesome. It had to look legitimate, and so we weren't willing to take any chances. So we ordered 5 different ones, and the one we used in the film ultimately turned out great. Okay, I think you're dropped out for a second. Thiago asks, "How old are you? You seem young." I'm old, man. I'm 30. I'm old. I'm like almost walking with a cane right now. I'm gonna be the emperor pretty soon. Okay, is episode 2 ready to be made? You just need money. Yeah, Mad Max. I mean, it's the script's written. As soon as we get funding for it, we'll enter pre-production. The goal, I mean, the best case scenario. So, uh-oh. I think I dropped out. Sorry, guys, I'm dropping out a little bit here. Apologize. All right. Ooh, almost 2 hours. It's about time to end this. Okay, I suddenly have a tinge of nostalgia for my beloved. You like that line? That was Nikolai. He wrote that line. Nikolai. So if you're ever looking for a writing partner, the best thing is to find somebody who complements your strengths, but also brings more to your weaknesses. Nikolai. So I feel as a storyteller, I'm very strong in telling the story, the outline of the story, the character beats and the moments and the overall through line. When it comes to dialogue, though, and utilizing the dialogue to not be too on the nose and to feel natural, I'm not that good. I'm pretty bad, actually. I'm pretty cheesy. Nikolai, though, dude, he's legit. He's legit. And so he wrote a lot of the rewrote a lot of my dialogue, I should say, and he came up with a lot of great stuff just on his own. He's so great at it. I wish he could have been there at the premiere. Was there a director cameo from one of you as a Royal Guard or something like that? No. If you, during the opening fight, the 2 feet that run in during the fights, I was the first set of feet, or the set of feet closest to camera. The other set of feet were Dupree Jones's feet. So it was Darth Vader. Yep. All right. Let's see here. Let's all bring up $5 so they can make all the episodes. Hey, yeah, man. Go to his Patreon, donate to, or join his channel. I really love the shots in the fight scene at the beginning, especially the one right behind you. Oh, thanks, dude. This is my favorite shot, I think, in the whole movie. It was something that I had in my head for a long time. This idea of that the lightsaber gets knocked out of his hand, and then all these blaster bolts just start stopping, and we don't see really what's going on. You know, Vader, something's going on, but then, and that's why when it cuts back to him, so the first rendition that Nicholas Rao, who did the shot, who did the first blaster bolt shot, he started it from nothing, and just all the blaster bolts started stopping there. I'm like, no, Vader needs to be totally obscured by the time we see him. Totally obscured. I don't want to see what's going on so I can save the reveal for this shot. Going through the bolts and seeing him stopping them all, then going to that big overhead epic shot. All right. My girlfriend was so mad at me because I refused to attend her Christmas party tonight just so I could stay home and watch this. Well, share it with her when she gets home and maybe she'll understand. What percentage of the story is Star Wars theory at Spiffy Nerd Herd? It is a very joint effort. Okay, I love Palpatine's makeup. It makes me look so good and hideous. It's the best, Will closed captions be coming? Yeah, they will be eventually. We are working on them for sure. All right, guys. I think we're about to close to wrapping up here. Let's take about 5 more minutes and answer any questions you have. If you have a story question, maybe something didn't make sense. If you have questions about the characters and their motivations, please shout it out. Let me know. But most importantly, guys, like the fan film. Share the fan film like it's nobody's business over the next 24 hours. Before you go to bed tonight, share it. When you wake up, share it. After you eat breakfast, share it. Do whatever you can to share this movie so that other people can see it and enjoy it. Are you planning on, let's see here. Leo Delaney asks, did Darth Plagueis the Darth Plagueis scene play a part in writing the dialogue between Anakin and Palpatine? How did you create a conversation between two characters who haven't had a lot of back and forths? Well, if you notice, Palpatine does the vast majority of the talking. Vader has like 11 lines in the whole movie. The movie's called Vader, but Vader does an amazingly little amount of talking. And that's on purpose. That is on purpose. Vader is not a very verbose character. Nothing like Palpatine. Palpatine is a verbose character. He likes to hear himself talk. Mostly because that's one of the ways Palpatine stays in control. Vader stays in control by physical intimidation. But with Palpatine, it's the one person in the universe Vader is a little is scared of. And so there was no reason for Vader to speak. And it's this idea of, do you write dialogue just write dialogue's sake, or you write dialogue for the story? And we really tried to do it. And look, we're not the greatest filmmakers in the world. We know that, and we're still learning like every other filmmaker. But we tried to make something that felt, authentic. Will there be behind-the-scenes videos uploaded? Yeah. I mean, Star Wars Series got a massive amount of content. Is it possible that Padme could have saved Padme if Anakin never turned him over to... Write that question again, because I don't know if it makes sense. Okay, are you planning on covering... Mandalore Rising asks, are you planning on covering how slaughtering the younglings, admittedly, one of my favorite parts of Episode 3, affected Vader, if it did at all, or even how he really handled Order 66 intentionally? Episode 2. Alright. Okay, Danny, good night. Thanks again. Thanks, Mad Max. Should I ask Catherine to join the Chipotle? Man, you and your Chipotle, man. Great movie. Really love the dialogues and the cinematography, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the second episode. That cliffhanger. Thanks, Jared. Thanks. That was super important to me to leave this on a massive cliffhanger. I say I wish I could have made it longer, but at the same time, I wanted to leave you guys wanting more. I think I would have failed. Our whole team would have failed if we would have made an episode that was totally satisfying, or that didn't leave you wanting more. All right. Was there any point at all where you thought the film might not work? Yeah, man, all the time. It's part of the filmmaking process. Especially when you're filming. So look at this. I got something right here, and I keep this on my wall to always remind me. These are the 7 steps of the filmmaking process. Let's see here, I got a few movie ideas there that I won't show you. This first step is wild enthusiasm. You're always super excited to make a movie, right? A little closer. Then you got total confusion. Like, oh man, I was gonna do this. Then I was filming. You got to search for the guilty parties who are causing all your problems. And then, of course, you punish the wrong people that aren't actually responsible. And then, come on. I'm ready to come down there. All right, guys, I'm back. I just need to get a little closer to the Wi-Fi, but we're gonna cut this out here in a second. Okay. Is it possible Palpatine could have saved Padme from death, only if Anakin never turned him over to the Council? I actually have a lot of feelings about. I think Palpatine had the power to save Padme from death. Yeah, I said it. I think he has the power. I think that's one of the reasons Palpatine was able to live so long. Remember, he's like 100 years old almost in the original trilogy, and he's still pretty alive and kicking. I think he had the power, and the only reason I want to do a video on this actually. But the only reason he was unable, or he chose not to teach Anakin, and I'll do a video on why. Okay. Let's see here. The real question is, are you subscribed to PewDiePie? I'm subscribed to like one person. Star Wars Theory. That's basically about it. All right. No, none of the other Jedi has been cast yet. Okay, guys. So I've been doing this about 2 hours. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching the fan film. Most importantly, go and watch the fan film again. Share it with everybody you know on every social media platform you know, word of mouth, whatever you need to do, and comment and like the fan film. Okay? Comment on the fan film and like it. It's critical. Go do it. Now. Do it. And you will not be disappointed because that's all critical to make episode 2. And I'll probably try to do another live stream maybe tomorrow and answer more questions from more people. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. You know, just remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do twice. You burned it to your blank CD, man? All right. Go tell them to watch the link. All right. See you guys.